A lot of people don't know that there's so much more to Las Vegas than the Strip or Fremont Street. The more I explore the area, the more I see odd, strange, and sometimes creepy places I never even knew existed. Last year, I made a video showcasing some of the strange casinos that I've come across, and since then, I've discovered even more places. So today I'm gonna show you some of the weirdest casinos off the beaten path that will leave you questioning whether you've stumbled into another realm. The first casino on the list is Poker Palace, located near Nellis Air Force Base. Poker Palace originally opened as just a bar in 1951 called Bunny's Bar. It was popular with base employees. In 1974, the property was sold and the new owners added a casino and renamed it Poker Palace. At first, it was a small place with one blackjack table, 2 pool tables, 8 slot machines, and a bar. In 1979, they expanded a little, and by 1994, Poker Palace became the first casino in town to offer on-site tax services. You could gamble and get your taxes done in one stop. Vegas efficiency at its finest. It was an idea that other casinos later adopted. Another expansion in 2000 added a bingo hall and a bigger parking lot, but not without some drama. In 2006, employees were caught in a horse racing betting scandal that landed them a $250,000 fine in 2009. Despite some setbacks, Poker Palace is still going strong and deemed as a locals casino. Today, it's grown into a 25,900 square foot casino with 280 slot machines, 7 table games, 8 poker tables, a bingo hall, and a sports book. But let's be honest, Poker Palace isn't located in the most glamorous area. In fact, most of the casinos I'll be discussing are in pretty shady areas. Sure, there's a certain old school charm to it, but you can't shake that feeling of needing to keep one eye on your game and one on your surroundings. It adds to the experience though, in a strange way. Next up on the list is a chain of casinos I've driven past several times, but never ventured into until recently. The first thing that grabs your attention is the rainbow-colored sign, which at a glance almost makes it look like a kid-friendly place. Now, here's where it gets a little strange. You actually have to be buzzed in to enter. I've never had to be buzzed into any casino before, so I was a little hesitant, but upon entry, I was pleasantly surprised. The whole place was pretty bright and clean, which was not at all what I expected based on the location we were. It was way nicer than the surrounding area would suggest. They've got a pretty solid menu too, with Mexican food and some great drink deals, plus an atmosphere that's unexpectedly welcoming. There are even some spots to hang out and lounge, complete with a fireplace. So maybe that buzzer at the door is doing its job, keeping the sketchy types out while offering a chill, surprisingly charming experience inside. Continuing in North Las Vegas, just down the road, we have Jerry's Nugget. This place has quite the history as well. In 1964, brothers-in-law, 2 Jerrys, Jerry Stamis and Jerry Lodge, entered the casino business by purchasing a local joint called Townhouse Bar and renaming it Jerry's Nugget Casino. The original space featured a small casino with a restaurant, bar, keno lounge, 1 craps table, and 100 slot machines. In 1968, they expanded by buying their competitor, the Bonanza Club, located across the street, which added 10,000 square feet, a 400-seat bingo hall, and 300-plus slot and video poker machines. The Bonanza Club was known for its iconic oil derrick sign. During the 1980s, Jerry's Nugget continued growing, adding a race and sports book, more bars, nearly 700 gaming machines, and extra parking. In 1995, Jerry's Nugget underwent an $18 million renovation, increasing its slot machines from 600 to 770, expanding the bingo hall and adding a poker room and the 95-seat Royal Street Theater, though the poker room did close by 1998. By 2004, the casino had grown to 95,000 square feet, offering race and sportsbook, keno lounge, table games, and more. In 2009, the casino updated its exterior with modern colors and a mural of the famous oil derrick. Jerry's Nugget remains family-owned to this day and has that locals casino kind of feel. They have tons of deals on food and drinks, as most locals casinos do. It seems like they really pride themselves on being a neighborhood casino with a relaxed, come-as-you-are atmosphere. I will say that this part of town isn't for everyone though. We were there in broad daylight, so I can only imagine what it's like when the sun goes down. Las Vegas is known for its constant evolution and rise and fall of historic establishments. That brings me to the next place on the list, which is actually abandoned. The Silver Nugget Casino, also located in North Las Vegas. Another place with an interesting history, Silver Nugget opened its doors in 1964 under the ownership of Major Riddle, a well-known figure in the early Vegas casino scene. Back in the day, it made waves by becoming one of the first casinos in town to hire female card dealers in 1966. A pretty bold move for the time. Fast forward to 2007 and the casino changed hands, bought by Silver Nugget Gaming for $23.8 million. This deal also included the Opera House Casino, and the new owner, Jeffrey Fine, seemed like he was ready to breathe some life into the property. In 2008, they sold off 12 acres of the surrounding land to North Las Vegas for redevelopment, signaling hopes for some kind of revival. Unfortunately, that potential never really panned out for Silver Nugget. As the years went by, the casino's shine began to fade. It became infamous for cleanliness issues. There were bed bugs in the restaurant in 2016. Yikes. And safety concerns, including some violent incidents that culminated in multiple murders and an officer-involved shooting. These incidents only added to the tarnished reputation of the place. Then came 2020, which hit the entire casino industry hard. When the Silver Nugget reopened, it left its live table games in the past. Before 2020, the casino offered $5 blackjack on Fridays and Saturdays, but after the shutdown, even that was gone. And honestly, even when they did have the games, the video poker options were pretty abysmal. Most of them offered such poor payouts that locals would rather go anywhere else. In mid-August 2023, the inevitable happened. The Silver Nugget closed its doors for good, which really wasn't much of a shock. The property had been on a downward spiral for years, and its closure wasn't exactly a major blow to the gaming scene in Las Vegas. Locals had long moved on to better and more modern options, and the once bold casino had become a relic of an earlier era that just couldn't keep up. Heading over to the Boulder Strip, we have Longhorn, which markets itself as a vintage Vegas destination. It's owned by MGI Group, the same company that runs the Bighorn Casino, which is what I covered in my last video. Longhorn opened its doors in 1989, making it a relatively young player compared to some of the other casinos I've mentioned. But it's been a locals hangout for over 35 years. It's right across the street from Sam's Town, another long-standing favorite with the locals. The casino itself is on the smaller side, but it is cozy. When I was there, they had the place decorated for Halloween, which gave it a nice seasonal touch. If you're into dive-style casinos, this definitely fits the bill. Food-wise, they're known for their specials. The highlight is their late-night all-you-can-eat pancakes. As for the attached hotel, it's certainly showing its age. It's functional, but it's clear the years have taken their toll. Look at their little pool. The whole place has a strange charm that only Vegas can deliver. And that's the thing about Vegas. There's no end to the bizarre experiences you can have here. Whether good or bad, there's always something to discover in the wild. It's a weird world that exists just beyond the bright lights. Let me know if you've ever been to any of the spots I mentioned. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye!